Good morning. I'm going to let y'all in the kitchen for a few minutes with me while I make this, something I don't make a lot, meatloaf. Since I've done that dry rub that everybody's liking on the chicken, you can check out my Facebook page, Marvin Williams' Cooking Adventures. But it's 1 package of ranch, 1 package of brown gravy mix, and 1 package of dry Italian salad dressing, all 3. And I add some coarse black pepper and some red pepper flakes. But I got a big batch of mine made up so that I can just have it handy when I need it. But I'm going to try making a meatloaf. And my choice of meat for this meatloaf is ground beef chuck, 80% lean, 20% fat. And the reason why I'm using that choice of meat is because it was on sale. And I caught a good deal on it. And I'm going to also, so I got 3 pounds of that because that's what was on sale. And then I'm having dinner guests over. And so I can make, 2 of them possibly and have some left over for some meatloaf sandwiches next week. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to use that as well as 1 pound of ground turkey. Okay? So I have the ground beef and the ground turkey in my bowl. So I'm going to work that together. And what vegetables am I going to put in this? Well, I was at the Kroger, and they have love, just makes you so lazy, these frozen bags of vegetables. This is the onion, celery, and green bell peppers, frozen, already chopped up. Now, if I was feeling like it, I would saute those vegetables in a little bit of extra virgin olive oil on the stove until they were translucent, but I don't feel like doing that. So I put them in the microwave. I used 2 bags in my micro cooker that I got from Pampered Chef years ago. And so I put them in there, cooked them so that they were tender, so that, if I put these in this meatloaf, I'm not going to be crunching on bell peppers and onions and stuff. So I started the cooking process going with those. Okay? Isn't that just beautiful? So saves me a few minutes. So I'm just dumping that over in with my meat. Okay? And I'm going to have to put the spoon down and use what God gave me, my hands. So I'm going to work that in there. And y'all have to forgive me now, because y'all know I don't have a camera crew. One of my friends told me the other day, she said, Marvin, you ain't going to make it on the Food Network. She said, maybe on, I ain't going to tell you the station she told me, but some of y'all probably know. That station, she said, but you ain't going to make it on the Food Network. But you know what? I'm not auditioning for the Food Network. So don't y'all get crazy with me telling me, well, you should do this and you should do that. Y'all ain't cooking in your kitchen and showing nobody, so cut me some slack. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing the best I can, y'all. Y'all said y'all wanted to know what I was doing, so I'm just trying to show you. See, got that all mixed in there, and that's all. Looks so pretty. What I'm going to add to this, I'm going to add, let me wash my hands off a little bit. I got all that meat. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of Worcestershire. Not a lot, just a few dashes of that. A dash or 2 of soy sauce. No, I'm not going to put a lot of that at all because soy sauce is salty. What is? We know we're going to use that dry seasoning. And my dry seasoning already has red pepper flakes in it because I thought about throwing a dash or 2 of some hot sauce in there, but I'm not. I'm going to go crazy because most of my seasoning is already in my my rub. That is my seasoning. Okay? So I am going to add, some people use breadcrumbs. And I think I've done that before, that time I made it, but I ain't got no breadcrumbs this morning. And I have used oatmeal before, so I'm just going to use some quick oats. and that's healthy. Helps lower your cholesterol. So I'm going to put some quick oats in there. Are you asking me how many? How much I'm putting in there? Now y'all know, don't you? I don't know. Eyeball it. So I'm putting in some oats in there. So I'm going to mix that all up. And now I'm going to add my rub. So I'm just going to sprinkle a generous amount. That's going to be good. I got the feeling that's going to be good. A generous amount of my rub in there. Ooh, that smells so good. That's looking good. I'm going to put a little more of this seasoning. Okay. I'm just working that in with the oatmeal and the veggies, ground turkey, ground beef. That rub smells good, don't it? I got 3 eggs out as a binder, but I may just use 2. Put my egg in. Add 1. That's 2. That's looking good. That's pretty much all I'm going to do. And instead of using the traditional ketchup, or I think I've done barbecue sauce or something like that, Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, I've done that before on top of meatloaf. This time I am going to use French onion soup. What you say? Instead of going with the sweet on top of this, since we're doing it a little bit different with that seasoning, I'm going to do French onion soup on top. So I'll probably start off just cooking it by itself, and then during the cooking process, I'll take it out of the oven and add this French onion soup on top. What you say? Okay? So I'm just going to do the 2 eggs. I have my muffin pan that I've lined with some parchment paper. And so what I'm going to do is just add to form it. I'm going to put some of the mixture in the muffin pan. To give it that loaf shape. Now there are occasions where you can just dump it in the pan and yeah, that's gonna make 2 of them real nice. Dump it in the pan and just form it yourself, but I'm kind of disabled. I cut my finger. And here trying to do all this stuff and cut my finger. Okay? Y'all miss me from talking, don't you? But anyhow, I have it in there. Packed it in my muffin tin. Then what I'm going to do is just turn it out into an aluminum pan. See? Look at that. Just fell right out of there. And then you just remove the parchment. I'm going to save it because I'm going to use it again. And look at that. Do you see that? Do you... look. That is beautiful. Huh? Ah! Beautiful. And so what I'm going to do is do another one. Put it right here beside them. It's twin. These are twin brothers. That's Yum and that's Yum. That's going to be Yum too. So Yum Yum, twin brothers, meatloaf. So I'm going to put those in the pan and then put them in the oven, I guess, on about 350 to 375. And halfway through the cooking process, I'm going to add French onion soup and see how that turns out. I think I'm going to hit the top of this with just a little bit, not much at all, just a sprinkle of that seasoning on top. Yeah. There we go. Now, my recipes are what? They're a guide. Do with them as you may. Sorry I'm not able to give you the exact measurements that you are accustomed to getting on other recipes. But that's just the way I roll. You know what I'm saying. So anyhow, I'm going to get these twins ready to go into the oven. And as I always say, get in the kitchen and cook you some tea.